Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we're going to be learning how to draw Rengoku and Akaza. So first we're going to get started by drawing in a straight line right in the center. So we're going to get started right at the top. And we're going to bring this line all the way down towards the bottom. And if you want to, you can use a ruler to do this as well. Now let's get started by framing in the hair around for the shape of the head. So we'll focus on the left side first. So on the left hand side here, we're going to curve this line out from that point, bringing that back down. Again, we're going to bring this line across on a diagonal, back through. Let's extend this line out further towards the left, bringing that back in. And then again, we're going to bring this line over and down. And then we're going to curve this line down towards the left. On the top, we're going to curve this line up towards the top of the page. Coming down, we're going to draw a diagonal line coming down and then back through. Let's move over on the left-hand side, bringing this line in. We'll do the same from the left-hand side, curving this line through. And then on the top, we're just going to bring this line out. Before we draw in any more of the hair, we're going to frame in the shape of the head first, just to make it easier. So on the top here, coming down, we're going to curve this line down and over. Now let's frame in the shape of the head. So on the left-hand side here, we're going to curve this line down on a diagonal for the side of the head. And then over here from that point, again, we're going to curve this line further on a diagonal towards the middle. And then we're going to flatten that out towards the center. Now from here, let's move in. We're going to draw in the eye. So stepping over, we're going to curve this line across. Moving up, we're going to arch this line up and over towards the side. Now for the eyebrow on the bottom, we're just going to curve this line out, over and through towards the top. We're going to draw a diagonal line coming down towards the middle. And then from the center, we're just going to curve that up slightly towards the top. Now from that point, we're going to bring this line down and in. And then we're going to follow this through as we come over and then down towards that point. Now let's draw in the eye. So we're going to step down. We're going to curve this line up and over towards the left. And then from that point, we're just going to curve this back around and we're going to bring that in the corner. Let's move up. We're going to start on the side here, curving this line out. Moving down on a diagonal, we're going to replicate that, curving that in towards the bottom of the eye. Now from here on the top, we're going to draw a diagonal line meeting at a point on both sides. And then now from here, we're just going to color in this part black. Let's move in on the top. We're going to draw in a nice big circle now for the eye. So we're going to connect this on the top, bringing this around and through towards the bottom. And then right in the center, we're going to draw in a circle for that pupil. And then right on top for the highlight, just another circle further in towards the top left corner. And then we're just going to color in the rest of the pupil black. Let's come across for the nose. For the nostril, we're just going to curve this line out. And then as we come up, we're going to draw in 3 straight lines coming up towards the top, just getting smaller as we move across. Let's draw in our mouth now. So on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line up. We're going to draw in a small corner bracket on that line. Now from here, we're going to bring this line down on the diagonal and then bringing that line across. And then in the center, just curving that line through towards the middle. And then on the bottom, we're just going to bring a straight line across. Now let's move up and continue to close off the rest of the hair. So coming through on the side, we're going to arch this line in. And then from that point, we're going to bring that line over. Again, stepping down, curving that line up. Now from here, we're going to bring this line out and then back in on the side. Moving down again, curving that line over and back in. Again, we're going to curve this line across and then back through. Now from here on the top, we're going to arch this line over towards the side of the page. Dropping down, we're going to bring this line down towards the bottom. Now from here on the left-hand side, curving that line across. Let's move down again. We're going to arch this line in and then back up. Again, moving down, curving that through and then back in towards the top. Now from here on the side, we're going to curve this line across. And then on the top, we're just going to curve this line down and then back over. Moving through on the side here, we're just going to draw a diagonal line coming over. Let's move underneath again, curving this across and then back through towards the top. And then coming down, we're going to curve this line in towards the bottom of the page, bringing that back up on the left. And then we're going to bring this line down towards the bottom. And then from here on the side, we're just going to bring this line across. Now let's draw in the neck. So starting down from the chin, we're going to curve this line around and up. Let's close off the neck with a straight line coming up. We're going to draw in a small diagonal line here. We're going to move up, drawing in a longer one, and then coming over another small diagonal line. Let's continue to close off the collar. Moving in behind, we're going to curve that line out. And then from the side here, we're going to bring this diagonal line through, extending that underneath the hair, bringing that down towards the bottom. And then we're just going to draw in a small diagonal line coming across. Now from here, moving down, we're going to curve this line over. We're going to bring this line straight up towards the top. And then we're just going to curve this out towards the left. We're going to move down again, replicating that, curving that line in. And then from the point there, we're going to bring this line back down. Now for the button, let's just move down and we're going to curve this line around and then back in towards the bottom. On the left-hand side, we're just going to draw in a small diagonal line coming in. And now that we've drawn Rengoku, we're going to come across and draw in Azaka. So we're going to start on the top, curving this line out and in for the hair. We're going to curve this back up and over towards the right. And then we're going to come down underneath this line, just arching this around and through. Let's draw in some details on the top. So on the right, we're going to curve this line over. We're going to drop down, making that even longer, curving that through. Let's step up. We're going to curve this line out and then back in from the top of the page. And then again, moving down, curving this over and back in. From that point, bringing this across and through. And then again, from that corner, bringing this out and back in. Now on the top, we're going to bring this diagonal line in and across. We're going to bring this back through and out. Moving up, curving that across. And now let's draw in the shape of the head. So coming underneath this line slightly, moving up, we're going to curve this around and down. We're going to bring the side of the cheek in on a diagonal towards the bottom. And then again, we're going to bring this over and through on a diagonal, ending this at the same height as on the left-hand side. And then we're going to flatten out the chin by bringing that line in towards the bottom. Let's line up the mouth now at the same height. So we're just going to curve this around and up. And then we're just going to draw in a corner bracket, curving that down. Underneath, we're just going to draw in a small curved line coming across. And then for the nostril, we're just going to pick that up, bringing that over. Now let's draw in his eye. So we're going to start kind of lining this up at the same height on the right-hand side, bringing this diagonal line up. We're going to bring this line over towards the right. From the corner here, we're going to curve this in, up and over, connecting that in the corner. Now let's add in the details around the eye. So we're going to bring this line out and down, starting on the side here, curving this up and in. We're going to bring this line back across and down. And then we're going to bring this line over and through. Now from here, let's bring this line down and up. Bring this line out, back in. Again, moving this over and through. And then across and back in. Now let's draw in the pupil. So we're going to come underneath, drawing in a nice big half circle, bringing that up. And now let's just draw in the symbol in the center. So on the top here, we're going to draw a diagonal line coming in and then across. We're going to draw in 2 curved lines coming out on the left and right hand side. And then from here, we're going to curve this line over. Now on the bottom, we're going to bring this line down, up, back down. And then we're going to bring this out, scooping that underneath, curving that in. Let's draw in a detailed line up above. So we're going to bring this line up and over above our eye. And now let's draw in the eyebrow. So on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line down and in. And then from that point, we're just going to bring this line up and over towards that corner. Let's draw in the stripes on the face now. So on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line around and down. We're going to move up, curving this through towards the top of our eye, extending that underneath on the right. Let's move back through again. So we're going to curve this line up, extending this through towards the side. Let's come out again, curving this around and down towards the top, and then moving underneath, curving that across towards the side. Now again, let's move up. We're going to curve this line down towards the eyebrow, stepping underneath, curving that down towards the eye. And then we're just going to bring this underneath as we come through on the side. And then one last time from the top, we're just going to curve this around. And then underneath from the corner of our eye there towards the side. Now let's draw in his ear. So we're going to bring this line out on a diagonal. We're going to curve this line sort of around and in. We're going to bring this down on a diagonal towards the side. And then we're going to curve that round at the bottom, bringing that up. Let's add in the details of the ear now. So we're going to bring this line up on a diagonal. We're going to bring this over towards the top and then through on the side. And then from here, we're just going to curve this line down. Let's step in, curving this through. And then one more time, arching this line back down. For the bottom of the ear, we're going to bring this line over and up. And now let's draw in the rest of the hair. So we're going to draw a diagonal line coming out, dropping down, bringing that over, moving underneath, bringing that across. Now from here, we're going to bring this line out and back in. And then we're just going to bring this line down towards the ear. Let's move down now and draw on the neck. So we're going to curve this line out on the right. We're going to add a shadow underneath the neck here. So we're going to bring this line down and across, just following the shape of our chin. And then we're just going to color that in black to define our shadow there. Now from here, we're going to come out on the side, bringing this out on a diagonal. And then we're going to bring this through towards the bottom. We're going to bring this out on a diagonal again. And then through towards the right-hand side. And then closing off the shoulder, just curving this line back across. Now from here on the side, we're going to draw a small diagonal line. On the right here, we're going to bring this line over and then down. We're going to draw some more stripes here, so we're going to curve this line up. Dropping down, let's replicate that, curving that over. Moving down again, arching this line through. And then one more time as we move underneath, just curving this line all the way across. So 4 lines in total. And that is it. That's how you draw Rengoku and Akaza. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thank you so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I'll see you all on the next one.